Let's see if the stream will work here. So 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Seems to be working. All right, let's so we're gonna look at Bitcoin analysis today, right? All right, all right, all right. What does it look like here? All good? Well, the Bitcoin doesn't look all good. So I did a video a while ago, I guess. Last video I did a while ago, and many things actually happened that I was talking about in the last video. So check it out if you want to see what my last thought was. If you can see this falling wedge, rising wedge here, we kind of broke out of it, and it was like choppy. What happened here was really really nice trap, right? Bull trap. A bull trap here. You can see this that dashed line here. It says low volume. It kind of I sort of treat it as a gap. You know, this is like a gap fill, right? Because the volume here is so low, it's like a gap fill on traditional markets, which I talked about in the last video as well, and that's exactly where we went. I think we were about over here last time when I was talking, somewhere here. So and I was saying that we have a chance to fill up this gap here, the low volume node. Let's call it low volume node. But so the people who were trapping, you know, whoever it is, I'm not saying this 100% what happened, but that's what I imagine happened. Is basically they saw that this was a low volume node, so it wouldn't be that hard to push the price up here. Like you can see the volume is going up as they push it up, but it wasn't super high volume, right? It's lower than, you know, most places, right? It's even lower than here. You know, it's not that high, so they pushed it up, and then they filled up their shorts, and then they crashed the market. They were probably already selling over here as well, and then this was a good opportunity here because it's low volume node, therefore there is not a lot of people selling there. It's not so hard to push it up there. This is kind of like why the gap theory thing works, right? Because it's convenient for anyone to trap, to like if you have big money, it's a good idea to trap there, and then you smash it the hell down. You trap everyone. You smash it so fast, everyone didn't have time to get out. So very very good execution here. So anyway, what happened afterwards? We set a lower high here on the daily. We could not break this, which is this important zone that we've been talking about for a while. We talked about it in the last video as well. So this was the trap, and this is our second rejection from this zone here, which also set a daily lower high, and then boom, we crashed down. If we look on the weekly, let's look on the weekly on it. It's not really a weekly lower high here, so it's just a daily. Just a daily. Let's have a look on 3 days. In 3 days, it's also a lower high. So we came, and then we had a lower low here. So we're downtrending on the daily, right? This is very important. This is very important because we are downtrending on the daily. So now we're downtrending on the daily. So what do we have on the weekly? On the weekly, we're downtrending. If we look at this as a high, this is a lower high on the weekly, and now we are it's not downtrending yet, right? It's not. It's maybe it's more so on the monthly. So if you look on the monthly here, right? On the monthly, you set a lower high here. Almost. Well, it's not official yet. It's not official yet, but this has a chance of being a lower high. So and if we look at the Bitcoin, yeah, monthly is not a good. On the weekly, every time we set a lower high, we had a like a bear market downtrend kind of thing. We set a lower high here. We had this downtrend market, right? You know, if there's a lower high here, we got a bear market. So every time we do that, but to confirm it, there's no confirmation, right? We need to set a lower low. We need to set a lower low on the weekly, and then we're gonna confirm bear market. So we need to break this 30 zone, and it has to be, you know, you can't just fake it out with a wick like that. You need to break it, then come back, possibly retest it, and then commence the bear market. So anyway, that's the scary scenario, right? That's the scary scenario, and that's what we're looking at. But bullish scenario is basically this could be our weekly high, because this zone here, this could be our weekly high low, and if we start uptrending on the daily, which we are not right now on the daily, we are downtrending, so we're downtrending on the daily. So right now there is no bullish, there is no swing bullish plays. You can play the bounce. You could have played the bounce over here, right? When I tried to play the bounce, and actually I got smashed, which was pretty terrible. So I'm very protective now. I'm very protective. So if you look on the, you know, look at this massive wick, right, on this candle, you would have thought we would have went up, but instead we had another smash here, another fake. It was a fake out, because look how oversold we are on our RSI. We basically came from 65 straight to oversold, and it's kind of a fake out RSI, right? Even though we set a lower low, now we got a high on RSI here. So so there's like bearish, hidden bearish divergence forming, but let's not go into that. But this was a good buy here. I started scaling way too early, and I lost money on this because I didn't expect this to smash through so easily here. But well, okay, it's alright, because what I will do is I will adjust my game plan now, and basically, you know, you have to adjust your gaming plan. We are not bullish anymore, right? Up to, if you look on the daily, so up to all the way up here, we are uptrending on the daily. There is no downtrend. There is always a high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, lower high, but high low still, high high. So now we came down, smashed it, we set a lower high, and then we set a lower low. So we're confirmed downtrend on the daily. So right now, you don't want to swing bullish, right? You don't want to swing bullish. So right now what's happening is we need to set another lower high. So maybe we'll go up to here. Let me use another drawing thingy. Maybe we'll go up to here, reject, I don't know, keep going down. If we set another lower low, I mean, it's gonna be dicey, right? We'll have a chance to come down into this area here. Let's not talk about it. So right now we need to set a lower high here, and the bears are going to be looking to enter shorts probably around this area here. Let's see, in the fibs it's going to be around 0.5, and we've been hitting plenty of 0.5s lately, right? So look at this fibs here. I drew the fibs from the bottom to the top, and that's basically giving me 0.5 retracement up to this point right now into this RS zone here. So are we gonna bounce here, right? You know, we don't have to bounce here. We can bounce a little bit and then keep going lower, and but this is a key zone for the bulls to defend, right? This is a key zone for the bulls to defend. The 40k level, we smashed down below it. Let's have a look again on the hourly here. Look, the first push here was, yeah, that's why it happened. The first push here got bought up it didn't go below the 40k, so they wanted to do a second push here to liquidate anyone who was to stop out anyone who was just below the 40k. So they just wicked below the 40k, and now we're going back up. Now we're going back up here. So I mean, there's basically it's simple for me right now. You know, I'm not doing any swing bullish plays until we uptrend on the daily. You know, and the lower high is over here at 48k, around 49k. So it's very far, and we're very unlikely to just come up. You know, we're not gonna just come up here and break it and set to high, right? We're probably gonna come up. The best case scenario, we come up. I mean, anything can happen, right? It's Bitcoin, but let's say we come up, we set a high or low, and then we break out and start uptrending on the daily. So that would be really nice, right? That would be really nice. We have a chance. That means we set a weekly lower high, because bulls are looking for weekly high or low. Sorry, bulls are looking for weekly high or low, and if this is the weekly high or low, and we start uptrending on the daily, that means we're going back up. And you know, as long as we keep the daily uptrend, which we don't have right now, we can break this 52k here and then keep going up. But you know, let's wait and look what this bounce is going to look like, right? So let's do the fibs here like that. Let's put on some more. Right now we're between 0236 and 0386 fibs here. So we got this. Right now we didn't bounce a lot at all, you know, from there, and from the top we're not even at 0236 right now. So we're not the bulls are very you know, but the bulls are kind of weak. Look at the bear volume here, right? We need bull volume to come up, you know, much higher. We do still have 17 more hours to go, and maybe we can do it, but at the moment, you know, the bulls don't look so strong. Let's have a look on the hourly. Look at this. Well, see, we had the climax volume here, we had the retest here. We've set the bullish divergence. Look at the bullish divergence here. Bullish divergence. And now we're likely to bounce. We also broke through this trend line here. So I'm thinking we are gonna break the 42k. We're gonna go higher here. We're probably gonna test at least 43k, and over the next few days we might come up to 45, 44, 45k to retest this zone here, because we just sliced through it, right? We just completely sliced through it. This zone here, we just went through it, so we're likely to come up and retest it. And that's where the bears will be entering. So that's where, if you want to do shorting, I don't do shorting. Shorting is a bit shit. I don't like it because it's very specialized. Look, how do you get in on this? Look how fast it just goes. Boom. You know, you got sort of stair step up, and then boom. You're like, boom. Like, you need to be very precise when you're shorting, and also maximum you can win with shorting is 100%, like if the thing goes to zero. But if you're going bullish, you can do many exits, you know. Just this bullish move here gave you 80%, you know. This bearish move gave you 25. So it's much harder game to play. I mean, if your personality fits to it, then you can do it. I think Silicon is pretty good at it, but it's not my thing. I got liquidated when I was trying to do shorting, and I don't want to do it again. I don't want to get liquidated. So anyway, the bulls haven't proven anything. The bulls need to you know, yeah, like I said, there's not much to talk about bullish wise until we start to uptrend on the daily. And you know, you could say, well, we could look at RSI here. Look at the RSI here. We got the support over here. Look at this 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth touch. So this is the only bullish thing that you could talk about. You know, you could say that we can bounce from this from this support here. Also, you can see this, which I was talking about last week, last video. We actually did come back, test it, and that's why they did the fake out. Look, this fake out here, bounce off this one, boom, up to here. That kind of double top over here, and then we had the massive sell-off. So we're downtrending on the RSI, we're downtrending on the price action. We have a lot of bear volume here. A lot of bear volume. Bull volume is very low. So we're just bearish right now, you know. Let's say if this is the bottom, if this is the weekly high low, then it's excellent at 0.5, and you could, you know, you could be the risky guy, and you could have scaled here. If you buy now, you're risking 6%, right? You can put a stop here, and you can risk 6%, and then you can go to all-time high from here, because it will look pretty nice. Pretty nice if you can go. This is gonna be weekly high low, and then weekly high high. That would be nice. The other thing actually I wanted to say is that because we had this huge sell-off here, we had the bounce, we had a nice little bounce. We're having this smaller sell-off, which is pretty big anyway. But you know, we can have this huge thing could turn out into a weekly AQ. Have a look at my drawing over here. If I put it on the log, this is a long-term chart. So what I've drawn is, we could form a triangle in here, and we could squeeze out. We could come down to 35k, this area here, 35k, bounce, and then we you know, we're not going to be getting out of this area until, you know, somewhere here. So end of November to about start of next year. So maybe we're just gonna go sideways until next year, and there's gonna be, you know, not that much. Still like a good range, about 40%, but you know, we're gonna be tightening up if this plays out. Look at the way I drew this trend line here, all the way up to here. There's action over there. There's some action here and here. So this might play out. You know, we could you know, come here, then boom, right? Or I guess we could break down. If we break down, maybe we could test this one like that. Who knows? But that's just things that could happen, right? Things that could happen. But what we need to do is we just concentrate on the daily right now, because daily is important and daily is downtrending. So I'm gonna be limiting my trades. I'm not gonna trade a lot. If I do any trades, it's gonna be scalp trade mode. So I'm gonna get in, get out quick. Like, for example, catch this bounce and exit by now already. You know how much you got. You got 7% bounce here, but if you're trading altcoins, you got much bigger bounces. Like, for example, AVX, AVAX, you got 22% bounce if you were able to get in. So yeah, that's what you see. So yeah, I mean, I keep repeating myself, but there's not much to say, right? We're downtrending. We need to uptrend on the daily. If you are risky enough, you can try to get in here and risk 7%. but the RSIs are got really oversold, right? At the bottom here, we got oversold on all time frames up to 4 hours. The daily didn't get oversold. We do have some support here. We have this support here. We have the RSI support. So we are gonna have a bounce here. But is the bounce gonna be weak and then it's gonna get rejected and then break down, or are we gonna get some volume coming in? You know, we're gonna get some sideways here, right? Because you can see here, look, we had a big down, we had a sideways of you know, how many days here? We had a sideways up 6 days. You know, maybe we're gonna have another 6 days of sideways just to shake everyone out. We had a big down here, we had a long sideways before we broke out. So sideways expected next few days. Right. So what else I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about S&P 500. S&P 500. Let's have a look at my ideas, right? My ideas. Look at this one. Actually, you know what? We are now in my buy zone, which I was looking at when I was doing this one. So this is the buy zone for weekly high low, right? We're testing this important area. So you could buy here and put the risk, put the stop loss over here. So and then hope that we're gonna go up, right? That the bulls can hold it because this is a support area. So let's see. Myself, I haven't taken a trade. I haven't taken the trade of this level myself, which maybe I should have. But I think during this last drop I was asleep, so I couldn't really buy here. So anyway, that's my last one. The other thing that I wanted to look at was S&P 500 and the volatility index. Oh wait, I think this one is really good as well. Oh no, not this one. This one here. Check this one out. So when we broke out, I was saying that we might go to all-time high from here. Let's see where we are. Boom! Look, we're exactly at this area here as well. So we're on track on my trend, which I set the trend to go to all-time high. So we have to hold this, keep this in play. The other thing is S&P 500. Look at my S&P 500 3-month chart. So I was saying, look, we are broke out of this widening wedge, and when this happens, you like the a good amount of time we have, it's called an overthrow. So you overthrow the wedge, push up, and then you come and collapse down. So it's not happening yet, but we did reject from the top. You can see we're forming this long wick here. It doesn't mean we're gonna collapse here, but you know, I'm gonna be observing this going into the future. It's gonna be interesting if we can come down into this area here. You know, there will be a huge drop for S&P 500, 30 to 40%. So that would be a good buy area for everything, because if we do collapse to here, you know, there's gonna be definitely money printing announced. The Fed is gonna be panicking. Everyone's gonna be panicking. So it's gonna be blood on the street. Oh my God. Money printing will happen. So the other thing is VIX, which is the volatility index. Look what I drew last time, which was ages ago, 28th of June, on the weekly chart time frame. Look at this. We've had the falling wedge here. When are we gonna break out? So I said we're gonna do something like this. We pretty much followed it, so now we're breaking out a bit earlier. So maybe we'll come down, retest it over here, and then go. Who knows? Let's see how this plays out. But these are, you know, these are very long. This is a weekly chart, so you can't really. It's just for fun mainly. But looking at S&P 500, we had a massive drop, right? We had a drop of how many percent? 5%. Probably the biggest drop in a while, right? Way bigger than this. Oh, well, it's changing, right? So this one was only 3%. This one was 3%. This one 5% as well, just below 5% on this drop here. What about this one? This one was 6% here. So okay. Anywho, we're bouncing here a little bit. We're coming up to this retest this zone. Key, we rejected it the first time, and now we're coming to test it again. So on the 4-hour, bulls need to break and set a high. They set us high low. The bulls need to set a high. I think today there's going to be FOMC, where Federal Reserve will publish their minutes, and I think the market's going to wait for that. It's going to happen, what, in about 11 hours, I think. In about 11 hours it's going to happen, so we shall see. We shall see what's going to happen. So, all right. Dollar. If we look at the dollar, dollar is about to break out. If we get a nice FOMC for the dollar, because you know the dollar is going up because they're talking about tapering, and they've already started the tapering. They've already started the tapering of the printing money. That's why the market is repricing. The market is pricing it in that the dollar, that there's going to be less printing. So dollar's going up, everything else going down. You can look at gold. Gold is also downtrending on the weekly, right? Silver is getting completely smashed, coming back to this key area. You know, like after this drop, there's nothing. It's like it could be in free fall. Could be a good buy opportunity if it drops down to around 18 bucks or lower. So yeah, I mean, Australian dollar going down. Australian, what about Australian market? Australian market had a collapse, had a nice bounce, nice little bounce. But let's see what the SPX 500 is gonna do tonight when it opens, right? When the FOMC comes out in about 11 hours. All right, so basically, in summary, we're downtrending on the daily. Bulls need to make this their weekly high low. The bulls need to uptrend on the daily to even start convincing the, for their strength. And bears are going to be looking to fill up their shorts because this could be a start of a massive bear trend which could take us back to 20k. So yeah, nothing. My plan is to just do some scalp trades, if anything. I'm gonna try to stay away from swing bullish positions, just quick scalps, if anything. If we get oversold, you can buy and sell. I don't do shorting, so I'm not gonna be doing any shorting. And maybe I will just maybe I will try to cash out a bit and put it into my traditional banking account, and maybe I'm gonna buy some CGC, right? Some wheat stocks. Look at the wheat stocks; they're completely collapsed. They're down 70%. They just broke out of this falling wedge. It's a falling wedge overthrow. So this time, good time to go long here. Might be a good time to go long, but what you want is good time to load up soon. Look at it, it's oversold on the weekly. How many times did it get oversold on the weekly? Here. It can stay oversold a few times. Look, 1, three times it was oversold before it started doing any bounce, and then it went to lower low anyway. So it can happen here as well, but it didn't. It hasn't been oversold many times on the weekly, right? There's usually a bounce. There's usually a bounce on the weekly. Let's have a look here. Look, but it did, like, once it got oversold, it still went down 20%, and then we had 30% bounce. So it's time to watch this, basically. Time to watch this. Time to maybe scale in very, very slowly for a swing, for like a long-term hold. The US, leading US one, look, is also looking like a reversal here. Look at this, 2 weeks to the downside. Oh, this is excellent time to. This is looking good. Look at this capitulation volume here. Good volume on the bounce, higher than the average. Very good 2 weeks here of the oversold levels. Oh, it's looking. Damn it! I wish I had money on traditional markets, but I don't. So, and with Bitcoin, we're just gonna take a break, and maybe we're gonna have to wait for this triangle to play out until the end of this year. You know, maybe something like that. This triangle here, boom, boom. So yeah. Anyway, how many minutes has it been? It's been where can I check? I can't check. 32 minutes already. Shit, it's a long one. Let me know if you got any questions.